Is up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 39 of That's No Moon Pod. We got UFO news once again, like always. But this time, it's looking like some pretty big, huge news is coming within the next week or two because they're holding a Senate committee this month in July, and there's a lot of senators, representatives from multiple different states who are going to come together and discuss and talk about this whole UFO, UAP. Is it what it seems like it is to, I feel like, the majority of people now? Because I think what this Senate committee hopefully will prove is that they can provide credible and authentic witnesses, evidence, footage, not just eyewitness testimonies or what he said, like he said, she said type. I'm hoping for photos, maybe some new video footage of. I mean, it's the year of the sphere, like what a lot of people in the UFO community like to say, because literally, if you go on UFO Twitter or whatever, there's a new sphere UFO video damn near every day. And it's crazy just to see the amount of similar type crafts of ball shaped that look metallic and are hovering, flying on not just radar footage, but on just people's phones nowadays. Is just crazy to see how many UFO videos are being posted nowadays. And I think if you were to ask any person randomly, hey, do you think uh, UFOs, you think they're real or aliens? What do you think? You think they're here, or you think the government has UFOs and has secret treaties with the aliens and stuff? People are probably gonna be like, I don't know about all that, right? But I think most people nowadays have a confidence and a strong belief that, okay, maybe they're not here walking among us like a Men in Black movie or a Secret Invasion, um, and probably, right, they for sure haven't shook hands with people within our government to form some kind of truce between their technology, and since, hey, y'all crashed here, uh that's y'all's fault. But the thing is, you crashed on US soil, and so since wherever you're from, and talking to the alien here or non-human intelligence, since your UFO crashed here on US soil, that's ours now. It's not it's not yours, because we don't even know who you are or where you came from. So what we do know is that a flying saucer just crashed, and we're gonna go take it and run tests on it. And like I said, with this Senate committee hearing that's supposed to take place. There's a lot of representatives that are going to be present who have already kind of started up the hype train on this whole thing, saying that they got multiple credible witnesses who were pilots. Probably other people like David Grush will probably be there and hopefully come forward and speak on their whole involvement with the whole UFO UAP phenomena within the government or the military. Um, I'm sure uh, there'll be a lot of people there that will be trying their best to make sure that whatever is being said or shown benefits them the most by not exposing or giving out too much information on certain people or different types of businesses or contractors that may have ties with all these secret government military contracts or test runs or just people coming out and saying what's really been going on with these crafts all along. And the people that will be representing the UFO UAP community seem pretty confident on this whole thing being actual W for us moving forward with this topic, because it's been so stagnant for so long, and only recently has it been gaining momentum, and it's starting to seem like the pressure is starting to build on the people that have continued to lie to the people and continue to just feed the public disinformation and just holding us back in general. Because if this Senate committee does what it should, people are saying that it could mean Roswell declassified for sure now. Because, I mean, are we really going to still act like if we believe that weather balloons crashed in Roswell and not a flying saucer with alien beings inside of it like it was originally reported? But if we were to believe that it was just weather balloons or certain test run for military balloon parachutes, whatever, is that really a threat to our national security still? Something that happened that long ago? So are they going to continue on with that lie and keep saying it was just balloons that crashed in Roswell? Or are we going to finally be able to find out whether or not something else crashed in Roswell? Maybe it wasn't aliens, but something definitely crashed and it wasn't no weather balloon. And the whole story of Roswell and Jesse Marcel and all the people involved with just the involvement with Wright Patterson Air Force Base, of all the materials being flown in and out and just being dispersed, and just the way the whole thing was handled back then. If they continue to go along with that story, if Roswell was even brought up at the Senate committee, but these people are pushing to just have closure on these certain topics, because not every case is going to get solved. Not every piece of evidence is going to prove this or that fully guaranteed. But instead of just waiting for so long for nothing to happen, I think finally these Senate committees are going to push forward the topic and get more and more people like David Grush and Commander Fravor, um, and people like that to come out and continue to let the truth be known to the public that these things are being seen by not just people on the internet, but highly trained pilots, military personnel, everyone. And I think the longer that they continue to deny and just hold everything back, I think the worse it looks for them. And I know a lot of people get pretty fired up on it because obviously they feel like how a lot of people feel, and that's if these people have been lying to us this whole time and ever since Roswell, even before that, there's so many more actual evidence of other UFOs crashing in other places around the world before Roswell. I don't know if you're familiar with the Aurora, Texas UFO that happened in the late 1800s, I believe. So before planes and all that, this was a wild time in America. In Aurora, Texas, a UFO crashes, and there was a alleged being in it as well that obviously got pretty mangled up, and supposedly they buried this being. They said they gave it a Christian burial, and there's like a marking, a stone marking on the where the supposed alien is buried in Aurora, Texas, in this cemetery, and supposedly that they buried the alien with pieces of the material from the crash. People who have metal detectors can go around it and they detect that there's definitely metal down there where this supposed alien is buried. And just even the marking on the gravesite looks strange. Um, I know people, the story goes that they said that um, whoever came in and pretty much swooped up all the remains of the crash and took all whatever was left of it. Um, some of it was thrown down the water well that was on the land of this person's property where the UFO crashed. And eventually, the people who owned that property would drink out of that well eventually after the crash. And they eventually develop really bad skin diseases, like skin lesions, and just really bad arthritis and just um, a crazy illness from drinking the water out of the well on their property after this supposed UFO crash there, and the materials or whatever that the UFO was made out of being thrown down the well would probably have some effect on the water down there, obviously. Um, and again, this was the late 1800s in Aurora, Texas, way before Roswell. And I think that story, like Roswell and among all the others throughout time and history, there's no way that these things haven't crashed or have been shot down or at least shot at, because we know they've been shot at by us for sure. Um, I don't know if y'all saw that there was this crazy video I saw on Twitter where yeah, I'll try to find it real quick. Because I sent it to all my buddies because I was tripping out because the video looks crazy of this these UFOs being shot at, and not just like, you know, one, just one pilot, one fighter jet shooting at these. The video looks crazy. It looks like it almost looks like something in a movie you would see. Well, obviously it's not, the footage isn't that crazy like HD, but when you watch it, it's like three red lights in triangle formation, and you see it flying, and um, you see all the shots being from below. And I'm trying to figure out where this video is taking place at. It looks like either somewhere in the Middle East. Um, but the video looks crazy. Just seeing the red lights in the triangle formation, and then just all these shots being um, fired from below. Because the video is at night, obviously, and you could just see the flares from the shots being fired up in the sky, and just like this triangle UFO just flying, being shot at. And this is in a whole other part of the world, and nothing's being told, nothing's being said. That's why when these Senate committee hearings take place, it's really one of the only times where newspapers and uh, just different types of websites will actually have reports and actual articles talking about UFOs and UAPs. Um, so that's one thing that this Senate committee is already doing well, is getting the word out. And like I said, the hype is already kind of starting with it, and people are, I think, are really looking forward to seeing what comes forward from this thing, because I think a lot of people are hearing guys like David Grush come out, or just hearing all the stories of these whistleblowers now. But we want to see some new footage for sure, not just some blurry, shaky uh, military camera footage from some ship somewhere in the middle of nowhere, recording something in the sky, some lights in the dark. But I'm talking some high quality HD, either photo, video, and I'm hoping that they could just come forward with this type of stuff to get more and more people on the internet and just around the world talking about this subject and wanting to know the full truth finally. I'm excited though, y'all. Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, those kind of guys, they'll keep us in the loop. I know Commander David Fravor was on a podcast recently. Um, he was on Ryan Graves' podcast. That's what I heard from when I was watching Weaponized, Jeremy Corbell, and George Knapp's podcast. They said that Fravor was on Graves' podcast, and I haven't yet listened to it yet, but I definitely need to check that one out, because I bet those two guys together just talking about their experiences. Um, I bet it's a good listen, and if you listen to it, let me know down below. I'm sure Joe Rogan's gonna be talking about it throughout the week, and once um, this Senate committee hearing takes place, I'm sure he'll be talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. Um, yeah, it's exciting, y'all. It's really exciting. Hopefully, the time will come soon. But I think that's all I really have for the whole UFO alien stuff. I mean, until the committee actually happens and until the evidence drops, I think we just gotta be patient until then and wait and see what happens with it. Um, if you're not watching Secret Invasion, the Marvel Disney Plus series, I just finished watching episode 5 right now. It's a 6 episode series, so next week is the season finale or series finale. Um, but the show is dope. If you're not watching it, I highly recommend it. It's such a different pace of Marvel than what we've been having to go see every time in the theaters. It's not a crazy CGI fest. Um, it's more like I said last week. I was talking about Andor in last week's episode. Um, Secret Invasion kind of feels like Andor, but it just has enough action to make you for sure want to come back next week. Um, it's a slower paced show, but the scenes that they have, all these actors, they kill it. Samuel is killing it as Nick Fury, like always, but he's taking it to another level, and they're really letting him do his thing on it. Don Cheadle is dope. Um, there's just a lot of good actors and actresses in the show, and I think it's really underrated right now because not enough people are talking about it. But um, hopefully the word will spread after the series finale, and I've already told multiple people to go check it out. I'm just hoping they stick the landing with the finale next week. But yeah, I guess y'all, if y'all aren't following me on Snapchat, please follow me on Snapchat. I gotta shout this out. At Admire My Moon Pie. I'm posting all the comic books I'm reading on there, the full comic, all the pages. Just follow me on my public profile on Snapchat at Admire My Moon Pie. You can literally read the full comic book on there. New releases every day. I'm dropping one on there, and I'm posting the variant covers on my IG still, and been posting a lot more reels. I made a TikTok, um, and all these links to my socials will be in the description. But yeah, I've been really enjoying making these cool reels with Jedi Survivor. When I live stream on Twitch, um, I'll just chop it up real quick, make a quick TikTok, and just kind of trying to boost the algorithm, y'all. Trying to be popping on all these things on Threads, TikTok, Snap, IG. Um, not really caring too much about doing anything with this on Twitter, because Twitter's just kind of in a weird space right now, I feel. But like I said, follow me on my socials, y'all. I'll have all the links down below. Like, comment, subscribe. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. I'm trying to do this thing, y'all. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, and I feel like I've been doing a good job of that. Uh, hopefully, y'all tune in next week for episode 40. That sounds crazy for me to even say, but until then, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's week. Y'all stay safe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Peace.